Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. You know what I have to do first? I have to make sure I'm not buffering, and I have to look on my computer, and I'm not buffering, just a little grainy. But I guess got to deal with what I got to deal with, right? But first, I want to thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and turn on your notification bells. If you can, give the thumbs alive. I mean, give the live a thumbs up, just so more people can. Hey, J Dog, GW Pitbull, Kingdom Boy. I'm so glad the men are in the house right now because I have a wonderful guest that I met over the summer that I know you guys will definitely enjoy. GW, do not go anywhere, please. Hey, my little tatted hearts, how are you? So, I have to tell you really quickly about my day because it's getting late. But I woke up, went to work, and then I went to this thing after work. And this thing after work was pretty dope after work. And now I'm here. Still running. But I'm not going to prolong it. I hope you guys had a beautiful day. Let me know how your day was. But I'm going to share out the chat first. And then I'm going to bring our guest up so that you guys can meet him. He is an amazing person. From the moment that I met him, he was a cool guy. Like, actually, it was like one of the hottest days in summer. And we're both authors, and I'm a new author, and he's a pretty new author. And we ended up vending at an event in Harlem, and that's how we met. And then we connected on Instagram, and we pass each other events that come along author wise. But let me share this chat out real quick. And then I'm going to bring him on so you guys can meet him. Hold on one second. Come through. New author alert. So if you guys can share out the chat, I would definitely appreciate it. Hi, Patty D. I'm so glad you're here, Patty D. I have an amazing guest, Myra. So guys, without further ado, I want to introduce you to none other than Durrell, Mr. R.A.P Goals himself. Hey, how are you?
What's going on, guys? How you doing today, Miss Joe?
Good. Guys, if you have any questions for him, please put question mark before and after your question. So thank you for coming on and, being willing to come on and share your book and all of whatever you want to share with us. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me. So you guys can see. All right. So I'm in the back of my room right now because I got my kids out there and they're gonna make a lot of noise. So I was just trying to stay back here for you guys, so you guys can hear me. But yes, like Joey was saying, we met at the Harlem Book Fair. That was the hottest day of the year. I'm talking about, it was like 110 out there. Everybody was sweating, and I had just bought a tent, and I did not know how to put the tent up. And Joy was helping me put the tent. My tent, I didn't know what I was doing. I was sitting there, it was hot.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how to do this tent. And then Joy just see me over there struggling. I'm like, all right. She's like, let me help you out. And we just been friends ever since then. But I wanted to let you guys know I wrote this book, as she said. It's called R.A.P Goals. So hold on. Yeah. So you guys can see it. So R.A.P, I made an acronym up. So R.A.P, it stands for responsibility, accountability, progression. My 3 keys to life. You can use that in any area of life. So no matter what you're going through, when you hold yourself responsible, when you hold yourself accountable, you will progress from there. You see a whole lot of rap artists on here, right? You see Jay-Z, I see Big Sean, Wale, all these people. So I use all these people for 365 days. I take a quote from one of them out of their songs, different songs, and then I use them each and every day. So by the end of it, you're supposed to become a success. Now, as you can see, I got these lines in here because I want you guys to write in here like it's a journal, because you need to write stuff down. And I learned that writing stuff down really helped me out a lot. And it just came out April 1st last year.
Oh, really? Okay. What made you want to write in the first place?
Well, one, I'm not a writer. I'm an electrician by trade. And I was just sick and tired of somebody that got killed. I think it was probably either Who was it? It was somebody got killed by the cops. It was like 4 years ago. It might have been Freddie Gray. Yeah, it was Freddie Gray because I live in Baltimore. So it was like Freddie Gray, and I got tired of just like walking around and talking to people about it. So I just wanted to get every guy on my phone that I knew and just say something positive to him. I just wanted to be the change I wanted to see. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna text everybody on my phone, and I'm just gonna send them something positive, and I'm gonna use a rap quote for that day. Everybody got mad at me because I sent them a group message with like 70 people, and it was like, they got apps for this stuff, right? So I'm like, okay. So I downloaded an app called GroupMe, and I named my group Each One Teach One. So basically, it's a space for us Black men to come together, so we can just share thoughts. So for example, like I wanted to, because I'm writing, like say I wanted to be an author, I can ask somebody in there, hey, how do you become an author? What do you need to do? And then it won't cost them no money or nothing like that. It won't cost me any money to say, well, all you need to do is X, Y, and Z. And that helped them out, and they help their family out, and so forth, so forth. And they'll help somebody else out in the process. After a year of doing that, I said, you know what? I could really turn this into a book. And it's just been like a snowball effect ever since then, just figuring things out. Like, all right, I need to do this for the book. I need to do that. How you make a book? What do you go about? Like all this stuff just started coming about.
I saw, and you know what the cool thing is? I saw on Instagram how you actually literally self-published your own book. Like you took the pages.
Yeah, I make them too.
Yeah. Like, can you tell us the process of that? Because I was like, oh my goodness, you made your own book for real?
Yeah. So, all right. So this book right here, for example, I made this book, and I went. They was charging me too. What happened was I was getting charged too much because I got like 400 pages.
Okay.
So the publishing company that I was using was charging me entirely too much. I wasn't really seeing no profit. So I said, well, you know what? I got to figure out a different way. And like I said, I'm an electrician, so I like to work with my hands. So I'm like, it got to be a way to do this, right? So what I do, I go to YouTube University. And I was like, you know what? I started YouTube and stuff. I'm like, well, how do you make a book? I seen like somebody did like some do-it-yourself way, and that way was like, I wasn't gonna do that. So I seen this machine. I found some machine, and it was like $600. I bought the machine. I used the machine, but it broke. It just didn't work on my book because I had too many pages. Then I had to return the machine. That machine was like 100 pounds, by the way, so it was heavy as hell carrying the machine back. Then I had to pay for it to go back and everything. So I had to look again. I found another machine, which was way cheaper, a lot smaller, and it worked perfect. And so once I got that machine, I just started rocking and rolling, just buying glue strips and just putting the books together. Just like it takes literally like 5 minutes, like 7 minutes. I say 7 minutes to put the book together.
That's so cool. Yep. I thought like the way it looked when I saw the Instagram picture, I was like, oh my goodness, he probably took forever just to make one book. So literally it only takes like 7.
No, it took like
wow
7 minutes. I sit there and I'll watch TV and I'll just be making books in the process. And I'll just sitting there just making these books and letting them cool down for a little bit. Only part of it is just letting them cool down.
You know,
so you got to let them cool down. And what should I do?
There's a bunch of independent authors out here. You should be like, hey, I could buy a book for you. You know what I'm saying? Keep them.
Yeah, I know. That's the. So all right. So this what happened. So me being an author wasn't planned, right? Mm-hmm. Now me becoming a publisher, that's a totally new thing. I didn't plan that either. So I actually published another book last year as well. So I got 2 books published.
Oh, okay.
That I did. Now this year I got 2 more books I'm gonna publish. So I'm just waiting for her to finish up her books, and then I'll publish those too.
That's so cool.
Along with mine.
That's cool.
This is my son. See, hi. This is why I had to go on the back.
How are you? Say hi. Welcome to Hello World.
Come on.
He's like, oh my goodness.
Say hello. He just won't bother me. Let me finish this.
Building your future. Yeah, so that is great. It's good to incorporate the kids though, because like the more they're aware of things younger, like the more they'll be like interested in their life and understand how important their life is, and that goal making and setting is.
Yeah. Actually, what happened? The crazy part about everything was the book that I published, the second book. My daughter actually spoke to the lady, published the book. we were at an event somewhere, and we was at AfricanAmerican down here. That's the African-American Music Festival, and they was giving out free books. So I told my kids, I was like, y'all not gonna be over here playing in the park and not go grab these free books. Y'all gotta go grab some free books, right? So I made them go grab some free books, and in the process, my daughter was like talking to the lady. She was like, "Well, my dad wrote a book," and it's, I always got them on me. So she like, "You wrote a book?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I showed her my book, and she was like, "That's amazing." And then we just got in contact from there. We just been rocking and rolling ever since.
Oh, that's cool.
So that
Guys,
was.
I just want to introduce you. This is Darrell. He is our African-American author, the first male author that I've had on Hello World. So like you've made history. And everyone
number one.
yeah, you're number one. Everyone in the chat, this is Darrell. He is from Baltimore, Maryland, and I met him in Harlem, New York. So, you know, and we were both new authors, and so that's pretty cool. Did you edit your own book yourself, or?
No, I had someone edit it for me. Well, I tried, but
too many
it was too many words. It was too many pages. And then one, I was just so ready to I was just like, I just, after it was done, I was like, I'm done. I don't even want to see it, like, because I still see mistakes.
Me too.
Even as I read through it, I'm just sitting there like, oh, I got to fix this. And I got to fix this. And I'm just fixing things. And I'm like, oh, man, this is crazy. I can't do this. So I had someone edit it for me. And then once they fixed that, I just started just moving, giving them out. Nice. and going from there.
Can you tell them, or can you type, because you're on your computer, right? Can you type in the chat the links to where they can purchase your book for now? That way I will approve the chat. Hey, Lavette. Hi, Adrian. And hi, Eddie. Welcome to Hello World. If any of you have questions for Darrell, please put question marks before and after your question so that we can ask him. He is here to give his information, his knowledge, his wealth of knowledge, whatever.
Yeah, you guys got questions? Somebody wants to be an author? How about it? Like, that would be, I can really tell you about that and how to make your books. I don't know where you write. I'm trying to figure out where you got to write it down at.
You can just type in the chat, the little space bar in between there. I have a question for you. How does it feel to be an African-American author, male author?
It's actually, I didn't know that. Honestly, I didn't know American authors, like Black authors, to be honest with you. So it was just like it's like surreal, honestly. I still kind of I still don't tell people like, oh yeah, I am an author. It's kind of crazy because it's still yeah, like I'm like, I don't know. It's still new to me. So it's just kind of crazy right now.
When did you publish your book again? Your personal book.
April 1st.
April 1st. I did mine October 28th of 2018. Wow.
Okay. You asked somebody asked me what do I talk about in the book.
Yeah.
So all right, so for some reason I'm trying to get the box, but it's not coming up. But you can find it at www.rapgoals.com, or you can find it at on Instagram. Just type in Rap Goals, you'll find it. That's all you really got to do. And the book, like, it's a 365-day guide to success where I use hip hop lyrics each and every day to pull something different out of you so you can become a better person. So a better you makes a better world, right?
And that's exactly how, like, why I was like, it's important for me to connect with him, because like everybody in the chat that I've known thus far, like, we're all trying our best to make strides and be the difference in our communities. And when you were saying like responsibility, accountability, and what was the last one? The P? Progression. I was like, yo, that's like pretty much what I truly believe in. So like it's just funny how like life starts to flow. Like I never intended on being an author either.
Oh, really?
No, not at all. I just sell clothing, and that's what I thought it was just it. You know what I mean? But so like together something like that was never intended. The vet says interesting.
Yes,
so
check me out. I do videos too. So I have to cut you off
Oh, you
every
do
day.
videos?
So for all my people
Oh, that's right, that's right, that's
who
right.
don't want to
That
read and stuff
goal.
like that, I do videos every day at you can YouTube me or you can find at Rap Goals or you can look like I said on my Instagram. I do a video for every day. So right now I'm on day 248. Yeah, I'm on
Mhm.
day 248. So I did day 248. So I go each and every day with that. And you can just follow
Um,
along like that if you don't want to grab the book. But you
do
should grab the
you
book
have
though, because you got to write stuff down.
yeah, definitely support him. How much is your book?
My book is $25. And if you go on the website and put your email address in, I will send you the first 21 days for free.
That's cool. That's not
So you
that's
can
not
check it out
expensive. His book
and
is
go from there.
400 pages long, so $25 is a steal. Hi,
That's
Soaps of
18 cents a
Love.
day. They feeding kids in Africa for less. So
Yeah.
it's like if you divide that by 365, that's 18 cents a day. So, it's not that bad. It's an investment for yourself. Like I said, if you want to become better, you got to start doing better and stuff like that. Thank you, son. My son is in here just passing me stuff. He's passing me a book.
Aw. Yeah, show yeah.
You
Do
want
you
to?
have any hi? Do you have any other goals that you would wanna do? Like, now that you've become an author, like, now do you feel invincible? Like, you can do anything
Yeah,
else you do?
yeah, I can do. Well, I had that. Stop. Put the book in front of me. I had that type of attitude just from jump. Like I always been that type of person to say like if I wanted to do something, I know I'm gonna do it. Like I've always been that. I always been that type of person. So my goal for right now is to become, like I said, publish more books, get myself out there more, and just get my book in every bookstore across the world.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's really the goal right there, making Rap Goals the number one book in the world.
Oh, come on, you gotta tell tell 'em you did it.
that's that's what the goal is. I tell myself that every day, probably like 30 times a day.
You
Rap
already
Goals is
made
gonna be
an
the number one book
accomplishment. Tell them where your book is.
in the world. Yes. So like I said, it's www.rapgoals.com. It's gonna be the greatest book in the world. It is the greatest book in the world. That's what I feel like. And that's just my attitude towards everything in life. So like I said, like that was me in the beginning. So even out of high school, I didn't go to college or nothing like that. I went the electrician route. None of my friends went that route. Teachers used to look at me like I was crazy. Why don't you want to take the SATs, things like that? But that's not what I wanted to do, and that's not what I seen. So I always was the one that kind of marched to my own beat,
Mhm,
and people either catch up or they just see what I did after that, and then they go from there. So this was just like another stepping stone of saying me just getting tired and saying, you know what, I'm gonna just do this.
mhm. Well, you are in a bookstore. That's what I was alluding to. You gotta tell them what
Hmm.
bookstore you're in.
Oh, yes, I am in my first bookstore. So it is called Urban Reads. It's called Urban Reads Bookstore. It's on Greenmount Avenue. That's in Baltimore, Maryland. I only have 5 books in there right now, but I am working on getting some more in there. And then I'm also going to get it into Everyone's Place very soon. That's another black bookstore. That's probably like one of the almost oldest black bookstores in America. So I'm
Mhm.
gonna get it in there as well. I spoke to the owner probably last week Saturday, and we're gonna get it going from there.
Nice. Congratulations on that.
Thank you, thank you. You got to
Yeah.
get yours in there too. She's pretty cool. Like
Yeah.
she's really
Well,
cool. Yeah,
I tagged myself, so we'll see what happens.
yeah. No, all you got to do is just she gonna send you an email, and all you got to do is put your information in, how much the book costs, all that stuff, and she
Mhm.
gonna tell you how it goes, whatever, as far as it splits, and you just send your book, and that's it.
That's
And
cool.
she's only accepting black authors or some authors that who are in prison. So
Okay.
this is our store. So everything in there is black. So every got Seymour soap. They got
Yeah, I
uh
saw pictures.
they got a whole bunch of stuff. That Seymour soap is the truth though. I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, try that out. I need to go get some more,
There's a
honestly.
soaper in the chat too. Her name is Soaps of Love. She does
Soap.
amazing.
Let's see her.
Yeah,
What's your
she does
website?
amazing.
Yeah.
So Soaps of Love that you might want to consider hitting up that bookstore too, Urban Reads bookstore in Baltimore, Maryland, because they do carry things other than books. So hint,
Yes,
hint.
they do. Yeah, hit her up, and you can put your stuff in there. Like I said, it's it's all for us. So she's just doing it for us. So if you black and you in there, like we here, we good. This is our place.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Now, was there anything like in your life growing up that was just like that just led you to this point where like, you know what, I can't live my life negative anymore. I need to like, was there ever a turning point in your life where just things were bad and now like you look and see things, the outlook is a lot different now?
Um. Well, things always, are bad in life. Like not always, but I do know that things get bad in life. But I kind of always had the attitude, like I said, like it's always gonna get better. Like it's always gonna get better. Like right now, as you can see, I got my 2 kids. I had them full time. So I wrote this book while I had them full time. And it's hard a lot of days. Like today, I'm tired as hell because it's Thursday, and they do stuff. So, but I still keep going. I still keep pushing. I don't let that stuff stop me. I just say, well, it's a bigger picture to this. So that's all I'm going after. And I just keep looking at that. And that's what keeps me going, honestly. I know I'll either write it down like, okay, this is how I'm feeling, but then I just switch my mind into saying, no, we got to think about all the positive things too and count my wins and everything that happened with me today. And just start looking at life more like that. I started just being more grateful and just about life, just being happy. Like, I got my 2 eyes, I got my hands, I got my feet, like just being grateful just to have those things. And then when the bad times did happen, it was just like, yeah, they bad, but I still got a lot of good stuff going on too.
Mhm. 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 Yep. Let me see. I
So,
had another question. What made you want to write in this genre? I know you could have picked any genre. You could have been actually a poet because that book could be considered
mhm.
poetry as well. But what made you want to do rap?
That's all I listen to, and that's pretty much how I learned, like in life, like throughout school. Like I said, I wasn't the school type to be in school, so I like work on my hands and stuff. So rap music, I learned. All right, so school taught me about like mathematics and reading and writing and all that stuff. But rap, it taught me about life. So I listen to rap music and I learned more about life than versus in school. So I just applied that to the book. Honestly, like I look at it like this: anything that I'm watching, I gotta apply. I gotta be able to apply that to my life. Anything that's going on around me that I'm doing, it has to be applied to my life. And how can I apply this to my life? Whether it be a good thing or a bad thing. If it's something bad, it's like, okay, I know I'll never do that again. If it's a good thing, it's like, I need to figure out how to do that again and keep going. So that's kind of how my approach to all that is.
Hmm. Yeah, she said that grateful thing is right. It's true.
Yes, grateful. Thank you. So to love. I see you.
It's true. Like if we don't apply gratefulness into our lives, then we're not gonna have a premise to like really appreciate anything. You know,
Hmm.
it,
This is true. This is
it's
true.
it's just that simple. And like it's funny how. Do you think that you would be a different person if you knew what you knew now before?
Yeah, I don't know what I would be if I'd have known that, because I feel like I had to go through those things in order for me to get to this space.
Mhm,
So if I didn't go through those things, I don't even know if I would be in this space. Honestly, I would probably be doing something totally different. So those things I'm just grateful for, and I'm just happy for. Like even the bad stuff, I'm happy for that. And I tell everybody, I'm grateful for everybody that come in my life. I'm grateful for you coming in my life. I'm grateful for people who hurt me that came in my life, because it's like, all right, now I know better.
mhm.
And honestly,
And I know you print T-shirts.
oh yeah, this is my shirt. So I know you guys can't see it. This is day one. They say anything is possible. You got to dream like it's no obstacles. That's J. Cole.
Mhm,
So I get them these are hand painted shirts. So I can put some pictures up too. But yeah, so I got these shirts and stuff like that. And that stuff too, honestly, I'm still working out the kinks because I'm moving so much with the book that sometimes I forget that I got shirts. But I have
mhm.
them on. be like, "You got shirts?" Oh, like, "Oh yeah, I do got shirts. Look, check me out."
And hoodie.
And hoodies too. So I got shirts, hoodies, all that stuff. I don't even, like I said, I'm just so, I want to get this out there. It's like I'm just there like, how are we gonna get this out here? And how are we gonna move with this and do that? And that's gonna come along. And I know that's gonna come along. That's nothing to come along. So it's like, all right, it'll come when it comes. And it'll get there.
Mm-hmm. Are you
But if
thinking
you do
about
want to
doing
order a shirt, huh?
Oh, say that again. You said
I
if you
said
want
if
to
you do
order a
want a
shirt,
shirt, let me know. Yeah. Yeah, let me
that's
know because
right.
I can get you a shirt too. Exactly. What was your question though?
Are you gonna do the Harlem Book Fair again? I think you told me yes before.
Yeah, you said you didn't want to do it. I'm gonna do it again.
I'm not doing that again.
Nah, I'm gonna do it again. It just was 100 degrees.
I don't think
That's
that was
all.
the reason, but I don't know.
Yeah, they said it was in a different spot last time, so this I don't know what they're gonna do this time, but I'm gonna just shoot, like I said, do that again. I'm gonna do a bunch of other book fairs too. I got one coming up in February. Did I send you that? The Black Authors one? That's
Is it
February 1st.
in Jersey?
No, it's down here in Baltimore.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Actually, I have an
yeah.
event. I just booked an event today for February down in Jersey City. It's a comedy
Really?
show. Yeah,
Okay.
but it's a comedy show, so like they're not. I mean,
Yeah,
I had
those.
last year. I have my second book this year, but like last year, it's a
Mhm.
comedy event. They're like,
Uh,
they want grab and go stuff. So, do you
yeah,
find it
I
hard?
understand.
Finding places to showcase your books?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was about to say like finding events to actually um where people are actually going there to buy books is really hard because most of the time our vending events just be like either like some black connections or black businesses or something like that. So it's not really geared towards people who want to go in there and read. It's just like I might get people who like, oh yeah, I came in here to buy, for example, some soaps, and then they just seem so happen to walk by my table and like, oh okay, but they didn't really come there for that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So versus going to an actual a book fair type of thing. So now it's not that many, honestly. And that's my partner that I'm working with now, that's with the publishing. We were talking about creating some events in the summertime. So we wanted to do a child event, like a book fair in the summertime, and then also just like a black authors event in like the fall, early fall.
Oh, okay, so you got to hook up with again.
I gotta hook up with what was that?
Dads United. Him.
Yes, and that's my guy Mike, Dads United. We did that too. We did that together too. He did that. That was probably the only event that was geared towards books
Authors, yeah.
per se. Yeah, like everything said, it was mostly just like black vending events where just a bunch of different businesses in there.
Do you find that people still want to read books? Or like, do you have your book online where they can get like an ebook?
Yeah, I didn't put the whole ebook up there, but you can contact me and I can give you the ebook. That's nothing. Like I said, like when you put when you put your email address in on a website, I'll send you the first 21 days for free.
Mhm.
So I do find it hard to get people to read books. I just feel like people don't want to read, but that was another reason me gearing towards doing videos because I was running into a lot of people like, well, I don't read, and I'm just like, I
Dummy.
was telling people, no, I wasn't even saying dummy. I was just saying things like, look, you don't even have to read my book. I don't even want you to read my book. I want you to read a book. Like, don't even read my book. But you need to read though. Like, do that first. Like, because you can't be out here not doing that. That's
Mhm.
kind of crazy. So
I have a
it's
question.
really hard. But I feel like if you can sell a book, you can sell anything. What
I
was
have a
that? What's your
question
question?
for the people in the chat. How many of you read on a daily basis or just have the joy of reading? Just by putting Y in the chat, how many people in the chat read? Because that's interesting. Like I find that more and more we're becoming less associated with print and more so like
Yes.
digital. So I would like to know, people in the chat, if you're still here, how many of you actually like to read books or rather do a digital print? So
That's a good question. Yeah.
I think that's
I'm more than like not ebooks, audiobooks. So I listen to a lot of
mhm.
books on YouTube. So
Do
for
you
those of
have
you
your
out
book
there,
on
if you
audiobook yet?
got a book, huh?
Do you have your book
Do I
on
have what?
audiobook? Do you have your book on audiobook yet?
No, no, not yet. That's the after I do my videos, because I want to do like, all right, so the whole thing with this was during the process of me writing this book. Before that, I would do a lot of just different jobs and be hustling, right? So I was just moving like this from left to right, left to right. That's all I was doing. I wasn't really going nowhere fast, but I was busy. I was busy as hell, but I wasn't moving nowhere. Then I just started focusing on a book. And once I started focusing on a book, I just started rising. I started going up. And things have been just taking off since I started just focusing on one thing. So since I focused on the book and I finished that, the next goal was for me to say something every day via Instagram and YouTube, right? So I'm on day 248. So after I get to 365, the next goal would be the audio book and figuring out what kind of either studio equipment I'm gonna need or where I need to go in order for me to do that, and kind of probably chop some of my videos up and put them in something like that. So this way I'll just always have content. So once I get my 365, I can always have content. I have something for every day.
Well, all you
Sending it out.
all you have to do with the audiobook, I think you could just record it on from your cell phone and just upload it.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well,
Because
yeah, I can do that too.
I was thinking about putting my book in audiobook form and just hiring somebody to do it, like, and have their voice on it. But I found out that you end up spending way more doing that. So like, all you really have to do is like, you can go to your studio if you have a studio of yourself or your own, or just like a quiet moment. You can just go ahead and just record
No,
yourself.
I
Hi,
just
this
see
is chapter
no
of book.
moment.
What's your son's name?
What's your name?
Taylor?
You heard?
Are you
Yeah.
proud of your dad? He has a book and is going down in history as an author. Does that make you happy?
Do you want to see my sister?
Okay. If your
So
sister
do you want to see his
wants
sister?
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I gotta make time in between there.
Goes to the book. One of Wanda, she says her 16-year-old still goes to the library and gets free books. She reads them, then gives it to someone else. That is amazing.
That's great. She is 16-year-old is probably like alien, because I don't know any other 16-year-olds that probably do that right now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's great. That's a great thing.
She picks up turtles that are in the street to protect and save them. Like,
really?
Yeah, that's dope. I saw the video.
Don't try to save the world.
Yeah, I like that.
The world. Yeah, I like that. Let her keep reading and doing what she doing, because she's doing real good. What she doing, son? I don't think Lanie wants to get on here.
What is your IG so I can type it in the chat?
It is at, I'm gonna type it in here because I can go to the private messages and the box pop up.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll put it into the live stream.
Yeah, I got
That's dope, guys. He's gonna put his link. Well, he's gonna put his Instagram name in there. If you want to go and follow him and get to like see pages of his book every single day, and then maybe purchase his book if you have a chance to, you can see the video of it every day on Instagram. So I would suggest, if you can, to consider following him on Instagram. This is his Instagram name right there. I just put it up there. That is his Instagram name. Feel free to send him a holler. Say, hello, world sent me.
Yes, say hello. If you got questions, please feel free to ask me questions. I'm not scared to answer anybody questions, because that's how I learned how to get through this whole process with this book stuff. People were answering questions for me and just giving me information. So I feel like that's my duty to do the same thing.
Now, I have a good question.
That's what I'm paying for.
How
Yes.
supportive is your family with your book?
My family, they thought I was crazy. Like, my family, at first when I was writing my book, I'm gonna tell you guys with anything, as long as you're whatever it is that you're doing, as long as you got the vision for it, just keep going, because nobody else is gonna see it, and they're gonna look at you and question every step that you make. But like I said, I was always the person that always just marched to my own beat anyway. So like, you can question me all you want, but I'm gonna just do what I want to do regardless, right?
Mhm.
That's a good and bad thing. But they are supportive, very supportive, as far as they'll help me out. They'll come to events sometimes. They'll push the book. They'll tell people about it. But it's mostly just me doing a lot of all that stuff. I don't really look to for them for that and support like that, because I know that I have to be the one to know this first. And once I know that this is like there, then everybody else will come, and everybody, and just like how it's going now, like everybody's just coming in. Oh yeah, Darrell, you wrote the book. You got the book. This is amazing. This is that. This is that. But when I was writing a book, I wasn't hearing none of that. So it's just like they'll come when they come, and I ain't really worried about if they're gonna support right now or not, because that's not what they're there for. That's not what I'm looking for them for. I'm looking for them support in other ways. So yeah.
Like what?
Just in life, as far as like just helping me out with daily situations or something, or just whatever that person helps me out with, because lives who do certain things for us and help us in certain ways. They might talk me off the ledge or something, like, hey, you need to not be doing this, or you need to be doing such and such. And that right there is more help than you supporting and going to get the book and all that stuff, because that helped me stay back on track. And I just look at it like that.
That's cool. So how is it being a full-time father?
It's fun. It's
'Cause
really fun.
there's not many guys. It's stressful.
Yeah, stressful, really stressful. Um,
Mm.
it gets pretty stressful, but I've gotten better with it. I'll say that. I've gotten a whole lot better with it. Before I was just like, it was a little overwhelming, but not too overwhelming. It just was like, all right, they're here every day, and they're here every day. You're like, oh my God. Like, you're like, oh my God. Like,
Now do you feel like now you know how it feels like a single mother?
yeah, no, I got much love and respect. Like, whew, I get it, man. Like, jeez. I wouldn't look, single mother or single father. Don't do it. I'll tell you that now. Don't do it. It's not fun. It's not easy doing it yourself. But I got a lot of support from people, and they help me out. My family is a big support. The kids my daughter's really self-sufficient, well, getting self-sufficient now. She's 10.
Okay.
So that's a big help. My son, he's 5, and it's I don't know. He's like he a sour patch. I call him a sour patch. Sometimes he's sweet, sometimes he's
Aww.
who knows? Who knows? Like, it depends. This morning he was sour. Right now he's sweet. He's jumping all over me, touching my hair, want to do all this stuff. Yeah, but who knows? So I just go with him. He's like day and night. So it's like, all right, with him, just focusing on them. Honestly, they taught me a lot. So I like having them. If it wasn't for them, I don't know if I would have been able to write a lot of the stuff in the book. They taught me a lot of lessons about life, and still teach me a lot of lessons about life. So, they think they learn it from me, but honestly, I probably learned a little bit more from them than they learned from me.
Mm. Like specifically, wow. Because I hear you, but I'm just like, well, how could they teach you more?
Well, they could teach. Well, my son, he teach happiness. So when I first had them full time, Caleb was 2, and the definition of happiness is talking with a 2-year-old. Like that's the definition of happiness. Like no matter how mad you can be, that is like if you sit and listen, look at a 2-year-old and he can fall, hurt himself, in the next 2 seconds he'll be like crying, laughing. You could just do something silly, and that's like the that was it right there for me. Like that was the thing that went off. Like, okay, this ain't. I'm taking stuff a little bit too much, too seriously. I need to be a little bit more joyful. I need to bring that happiness in, and that's what something that he taught me. And then my daughter, she just taught me, more so of just being more kind and being more gentle, because I got to do that with her because she's a girl, and I have to, and I see her and being more vulnerable. So yeah, they taught me a lot.
Would you ever consider writing?
And it's a lot of.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I consider writing. No, go ahead. You good? Oh yeah, no, I was just saying it's a lot of other lessons. I wrote some in a book. I actually put it up a post the other day. My daughter sent me a text message that she just got her phone talking about, "Daddy, I was reading your book," which was like the greatest day ever for my daughter to tell me that. But I know what she was doing because she was only reading it. She knows what days she's in the book, so she's only reading her days that she's in the book.
Oh,
so she's she like she like I read my day. I was like, all right. So it's cool, she's definitely know what pages she's on. She's like, oh, I'm on day 140. I'm on day 2 something. Caleb is on day 19, and she just knows all that stuff. So, you asked me would I ever consider writing another book?
A children's book.
A children's book? Yeah, that was an idea that was brought up to me. I don't know yet. I told somebody I would really consider thinking about doing it, but I haven't sat down and actually just like did that because I don't know. Like I don't even know the process of that. I would say
the same way
and going about it.
There is no formula.
I know, but yeah, I know. Yeah, it's no formula. You're right. You're absolutely correct. So, all right, let me take that back. So, yeah. So, all right. So, yeah, I haven't sat down and did that yet. But I say that is on the list though of things that I want to accomplish and do, and that'll be something else that I can add to my repertoire.
Yep. Would you ever use any of the current rappers in your book?
Do I have any who?
Would you ever consider using any of the current rappers or lyricists in your books?
Oh yeah, most definitely, because you can learn from anybody.
Okay.
That was the purpose of this book, like showing people that no matter what people think about whoever, because the same people that I have in the book, because I do have some new people in the book. I mean, so far, I got like your Big Crits, your Pusha T's. I got Meek Mill, Big Sean's, Wale's. I mean, they're pretty not new now, but at the time they were looked at as would you ever use them at the time? So yeah, I would use some new artists, but I would just have to hear something and it'll hit me. So like when I listen to music, I just look for the message that inside the lyrics. I'm like, okay, this is something that you can use in life. And then I'll just kind of revert that to some way we can use that in life.
Okay. I'm gonna put you on the big screen, and if you wouldn't mind giving us maybe 2 or 3 pages of your book.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
Right. So what do you want me to read it to you, or you want me to just put it up here?
Read it and let us know what it means.
All right. So this is day 1, right? And this is the shirt that I got on. All right. So it says, this is J. Cole. They say anything is possible. Read this, okay? Yeah, they say anything is possible. So you got to dream like it's no obstacles. And I started it off with saying, this is the first day of 365 that I'll be writing something positive daily. The objective is for us, myself included, to live in our purpose and accomplish our goals along the way. We will have daily assignments. Relax. This is great. This is a grade that you will only see, and it's for your eyes only. You're the student and the teacher throughout this process. Only you will know if you're progressing or not. The choice is yours. So our first assignment is pretty easy and fun. Today, Today you get to dream like you have never seen obstacles in your way. Today go out and get a notebook. It doesn't matter where you get it from, just get one. Then carry it around for like 7 days. Jot down whatever dream comes to your mind, no matter how ridiculous they may seem. Don't judge your dreams, just write them down. Have faith and take the first step. Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. That's Martin Luther King. So that's day
Love it.
one. Let me find a good day too. I'm gonna find something
No,
else.
that's dope because I'm doing a vision board. I'm doing a vision board group tomorrow. So that is just really dope. It falls right in line.
Really? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna email you the first 21 days, and you can have that too. Let me find another day in here. See, I don't have a favorite day. People always ask me what was my favorite day,
Mm,
but my thing is whenever I open the book, whatever day I usually open it up on is what I needed to hear that day.
mm,
So it's not really a this one is, I like this one too. This one is day 85. So this is running and reading, right? And I use a Nipsey Hussle quote. It says, "Get on your marathon till you bruise your feet, or run the streets till the Reverend reads your eulogy," right? And then I quoted Will Smith, and he said, "The keys to life are running and reading. When you're running, there's a little person that talks to you and says, 'Oh, I'm tired. My lungs are about to pop. I'm so hurt. There's no way I can possibly continue.' You want to quit. If you learn how to defeat that person when you're running, you will learn how not to quit when things get hard in your life. For reading, there have been gazillions of people that have lived before all of us. There is no new problem you could have with your parents, with school, with a bully, with whoever. There's no new problem that someone hasn't already had and written about in a book." So that was Will Smith. That was a quote that he said. And then after that, I went on to write, "In my life, and I wrote, in life, we all experience setbacks on the road to success. But we must remember that life is a marathon, not a 200-meter race. We must show persistence and have optimism." I started running. This was when I wrote this book. This was like 4 years ago, but I started running last year just to clear my head. But through running, I learned many lessons. The first lesson that I learned was you need to stay in your own lane. Stick to what works for you. I also learned that this is your marathon. You set the pace. You're not racing against anyone but yourself. When I first started, I ran a mile. It took me probably damn near like 30 minutes to do it. I could have given up. Yeah, it took me like 30 minutes to run that mile. I could have gave up right there and just been like, nah, I don't even want to do this. Running ain't for me. But the way my optimism is set up, I was like, the hell with that. I'm coming back out here tomorrow. I slowly started cutting my time down to the point where a year later, I run 3 miles on an average of 7 minutes per mile.
nice.
Understand this was when I first started. I couldn't make it around the track more than 2 times without stopping. This is where my persistence kicked in. Even though I stopped, I walked around once and started back running again until I was able to do 1 mile without stopping. It took a few times for me to get to that, but the key is I never stopped, and I always knew I could do better. Our assignment today is to compare your life path to training for a marathon. First, acknowledge your setbacks and deal with them. Next, dig up some optimism that will build up your self-esteem. This is for your eyes only, so if you lie, you're lying to yourself. Start small. Like I said, I was going to eat healthy today, and I started my day off with a banana. It's the simple things like that that help build your self-esteem. Like I said, we all count our losses, but now it's time for us to start counting our wins, no matter how big or how small they are. So that's day 85. Let's see, what's another good day? Huh.
I like that.
Thank you. I'm trying to find another good day. I just did one too that I like. That was really good. That was a long one though. It was about acceptance.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, that was
This is kind of, hard for all of us to do sometimes.
yeah, like it was about this was a J. Cole verse. It was about acceptance and here it goes. Well, I always all right, so in the top of my book, as you can see, it says I can never be you and you can never be me. So I always have something
Different.
on
Oh,
the top of there. So each day has something different right there for that day. So this one is I can never be you and you can never be me. So this is a song with J. Cole was like, to be true, but at the same time, I'll never be you and you'll never be me. No matter how hard that you try, this is for the youngest out there wondering how far you can fly. The truth is you can go further than the stars in the sky. Are you running from something with hopes of becoming someone that's finally worthy of love? Let me tell you now, you're worthy enough. Fuck approval from strangers. That shit dangerous as hell. Find God. Learn to accept yourself. Acceptance. That was J. Cole. So now after that quote, I'll write something underneath of that. So what I wrote underneath of that was, I don't normally put that whole verse there. I usually put like maybe 4 lines, but that verse was so major that you needed to hear that whole thing. And that's something that is like a must read daily. When I first heard that verse, I damn near broke down into tears. I felt everything Cole was saying. Have you ever found yourself looking away from the things you have? Is Instagram and Facebook unintentionally slash intentionally making you compare yourself to others? If you say no, you're lying. Why do we do it? We do it because it's a feeling of discontent. When we are discontent, everything stops moving. Think about it. A discontent person goes nowhere fast. You don't move forward or backward. Instead, you just watch everyone pass you by. Jay-Z mentions this on 444. He calls it the Red Queen's race, where you feel you must do this and that to keep up with the world, when in reality, when it's all said and done, you didn't move anywhere. The choice is totally up to you and you only. You can spend all day wishing you were like so and so, or you can look at what you have and be grateful for that and build from there. What do you do when you start getting that feeling of dissatisfaction? Well, that ties into our assignment today. When those feelings come up, don't get down. Instead, make a list of everything you're grateful for. I know for me, when I get this feeling, I tell myself, I'm just happy. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy that I'm healthy. Those are just a few examples. There's so many people out here. There's so many people not here. So for me to be here, I'm forever grateful. Is there anything else you can think of that can get you out of that space? Cole said it best. I can never be you and you can never be me. Therefore, that makes you special. So don't be envious of things that you don't have, but instead be grateful that it's only one you. And for that, no one can ever top that. I say this all the time, but I really believe it. You have the power and everything you need already inside of you.
that's right. I like that.
Thank
I like that. Thank you for that. Hi, Jacob. How are
you.
you? Welcome to Hello World. We are now actually talking to Darrell, the author of R.A.P Goals, which is responsibility, accountability, and
Progression.
progression. I always forget that last one. So check out his book, guys. Um, this is the link to his Instagram. If you want to go follow him, please do consider following him. Hi, Octavia. Hi, Kingdom Boy. I don't know if you guys are still here. This is his website. If you want to go to his website, when you sign up with his email list, you get 21 days for free. If you want to just buy the book, you get 400 pages of what similar to what he just read. It's just nothing but knowledge. And it's encouraging.
Yes.
And it's also like inspiring. Like I was just sitting here listening, like, yo, this is dope. And that's how you do your audiobook. Just like that.
Yeah,
That's that's
that's
it.
pretty all right. So that's pretty much what I do with the with with the videos every
Yeah.
day. So
Yep.
that same thing that I was just saying, I'd write them down either
Yep.
the night before or while I'm at work, and I'll just say it in the mall. So a lot of the times I wrote this book actually. That's another thing too. So people always say like, well, I don't have time for this or I can't do this. I got kids and da da da. But that I got kids excuse don't work for me because I
Nope.
got 2 of them and I still wrote this book. So yeah, you can do it. So they see me working they know not to either mess with me sometimes, like, all right, daddy working, he's not even gonna mess with him because he's just working, or or they see the process of what's going on, so they understand. And I would either work when they would sleep, or I would work when on my lunch break. So I wrote a lot of this book on an hour lunch break. So every day I would just write something, and I do my videos on my lunch break in the mall because I work like right by the mall. So I just walk over to the mall and do my videos there.
Nice.
So it's always time to do something, even if you got to say, well, oh, I'm watching a football game, they got halftime, right? You can do something during halftime. If you got a business or something that you want to do, you can do that stuff during that time, or commercial time. It's just all types of different like you can make time for things that you want to do, and that's all it really is. The key to success is just, one of the keys is time management and figuring out where to allocate your time.
I know that's right.
Things that you
want to I think I want to wrap it up because I know your kids probably got to go to bed and whatnot. But is there anything you want to last parting words you want to say, or shout out you want to give, or anything?
Yes, go to www. Yes, go to www. What's the name of the book? R.A.P Goals.com. So you can. Yeah, cough over there. But anyway, yeah, I want you guys to all go to my page, right, and follow me. You can buy the book on the page. You can buy the book through the link, or you can go on the website and buy the book. And if you know any events or stuff like that, I really want, and you want me to come out and speak, I can do that as well. Travel, all that stuff. Leave that alone, son. That's really about it. Really, all this stuff is just me just learning. And if you got questions, just please, don't hesitate to not ask me if you have any questions or anything like that. And again, www.rapgoals.com. Rapgoals.com.
Nice. Well, guys, that was Darrell, the author of R.A.P Goals, Responsibility, Accountability, and Progression.
Yes.
Yes. His book is 365 Days of how he has applied rap quotes from different lyricists that he's heard from, and then put a little spin on, dissecting that verse and how he could put a positive spin to it. So not everything is bad. He just said everything is a learning tool and we can turn it into positivity. Guys, I'm here on Hello World every single night between 7 and 9. Darrell, you're always welcome to come back if you have anything new you want to talk about or anything. Please feel free. You're always welcome to be here anytime. I thank you for allowing me to do this. You are my first male author, so I'm thankful that you said yes, and I'm thankful that you were with me.
Of course, I'm appreciative of this. I'm just grateful that you even asked me to do this. So I'm like, you asked me, I was like, oh snap, yeah, I'll do that.
I told you anytime.
Yeah, I was like,
this summer.
Yeah, now you did. So I was like, all right, yeah. So I was like, cool. So I'm just grateful, and I would love to come back and we can do this again. I'm cool with that.
Anytime. Let me know. I go on every night, so I'm always looking for somebody to talk with or something to do. So please, anytime.
That's dedication right there. That's consistency. That's why everybody here. Nah, you're not trying. You're doing.
It's true.
See, that's another thing. All right. So y'all can take this too. Don't say you try. Say you doing. So I believe in you. So I believe in the universe. So when you talk to the universe and stuff like that, your words are very powerful. So when you say things like try, that's giving the universe a question. It's not being direct. So the universe is going to constantly give you questions. So you're going to be like, oh yeah, I want to do it today. And you're going to be over here. And you'll be like, oh, nope, I found a reason not to do it. And you're going to be like, and it's never going to be definite until you say, well, you know what? No, I'm doing this every day. And now, like, you're doing it every day. You're here. You're doing it. If you say you don't want to do it every day, then
guess what?
You won't do it. Exactly. So it's just like, you gotta just be more. What is the word that I'm looking for? direct with the universe and the things that you're saying. So I always correct people when they say try, and I always tell people to correct me when I say try.
It's true.
You know, so we can get off of that. So we can just say, you know what? No, I am doing that. Or you are doing that. You're not trying to do this every day. You do this every day. This is what you do.
Yeah.
You told me this from last year. You still doing it. So nah, you do this. You know what I'm saying? So don't even put that try there because you're doing it.
You're right. You're right. You see, guys, gotta get checked. Get checked. No,
Yeah, we all need that.
Yeah.
We all need that, man. It's okay, you know, and that's what people gotta understand and realize too, to be able to say, okay, all right, yeah, I might have needed that, and take that, say, you know, all right, and use that and apply that to ways you can make your situation better. You know.
Yeah. Well, email me at the end. I guess tomorrow, whenever. Email me whatever you want, contact information, and I'll put it permanently in the description of my YouTube. So anybody who wants to get to know more about you, because I always do that for everybody that comes on, I always put your email links down or however you want it to be contacted down in the description. So you'll always be there. Guys, you are beautiful. You are amazing. Never forget that. Wake up every morning ready and willing to be the best version of yourselves. This was my guest tonight, Darrell from R.A.P Goals, the author of R.A.P Goals. And I'm thankful again. Darrell, everybody that comes on Hello World has to leave and say hello world with me at the end. So my name is...
All right, we on 3?
Huh?
I said we're going to do it on 3?
Yeah.
We can do it. All right, whenever you're ready.
My name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, and this is...
Durrell from R.A.P Goals, the book. Go get your copy.
And we are signing out on another episode of Hello
World. Hello World.
Yes. See you guys tomorrow.
You guys. Thank you.